Hey, chit chatters, come on in, come on in. Happy Sunday evening. I hope you have gotten your Sunday afternoon nap. I have not gotten mine. However, I cannot wait to get it. But come on in. Let's just chat a minute before we go into our episode for this evening. I'm going to get on here so that I can um, see who's talking with me, who's coming in with me. Let's see who we got. I gotta find out. Y'all know how I am. I'm technically challenged, but I'm getting myself together right here so I can see who y'all. Come on in. Come on in. I'm trying to get in. Oh, I hate it when I don't have Freddie with me because she helps me get into this stuff. Because I want to see who's on with me. But y'all come on in. How y'all doing? Let's see. Here I am. All right. Because I got to see who I'm talking to. So I'm working my phone and I'm working my iPad. And you say, well, why are you doing both? It's because I'm not at home. I am in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Had to minister here today with the Mount Sinai Church, Pastor George Hurt. My hubby and I are here. And so, but we still have to chat. No matter where I am around the world, we still have to chat uh, because the conversation goes on, right? So y'all let me know who's on, who's talking to me, who's chatting with me, and why can't I find out who's chatting with me? I'm swiping. I'm swiping. Oh, okay. I see Ella. Hey, Ella. How are you? How are you? I'm just in the hotel room, y'all. I'm all oily. It's actually nice out here. It's not humid. It's hot, but it's not humid. Um, just been. Hey, Lisa Claiborne. Lisa, are you still in DC? Are you back in Memphis? I saw you were having some vacation time and touring. Seemed like you were making it all happen for your boy Chandler. We love Chandler. Um, but I'm here um, because we had to preach today. Well, not preach. It really wasn't preaching. We had to talk about the family, and then Pastor Hurt interviewed us. So it was really church outside of the box. I loved it. The atmosphere was great. Just doing a little something, something different. But y'all come on in. Hey, Mom, how you doing? That's Gwendolyn Willis on with us. And I'm in her old neck of the woods in Los Angeles. Um, but conversation has to go on. Y'all, we got a great episode as we're waiting for people to come in. We've got a great episode this evening. I am having a conversation with Danny McGee Barlow. And you may not know her if you are not in Memphis, but those who are in Memphis, you know her. Danny, her husband, passed away. I think it's been about 5 years now, and a young widow, and which just caught up with her to see how she's doing in her journey towards healing and what's happening in her life now. And it is a very inspiring episode conversation, and I just appreciate her coming and having a conversation with us. Lisa says she's still in DC waiting to get into this restaurant. Founding Farmers. Oh, I don't know about that one. And I love DC. I got to look into that one. The museum was marvelous. Is that the African American Museum? I've been to that one and I thought it was superb. I really did. But let me see. It says I got 13 people on. I got to see. Oh, hey, Ira. How you doing, girl? Let me tell you something. Ira, y'all may not know Ira, but she's a member of our church. But she is also the coolest girl in the world. I love her swag. Last week we had at church Anthony Brown and group therapy, and Ira was bold enough to get up there with them young people and try to win the dance off. I was like, "You go, girl." That baby is Isis is keeping her young. But hey, Keisha. Uh, let's see who else I got. Oh yeah, you said it was the African American Museum. So yeah, I'm here in LA and we've been ministering today and then had a fabulous brunch. I don't ever get a chance to eat brunch, so it was good to get to brunch. But it was at the Four Seasons Hotel here in Los Angeles. and it was good as well. So I enjoyed that. I had waffles and fried chicken tenders. We had let me see, what else did we have? These tater tot things, but they were not just tater tots. They call them curds or twists or curls or something. And oh, it was just fabulous. And I'm just stuffed. This is why I can't lose weight, is because in traveling, we eat at all of these amazing restaurants because, you know, we're foodies. We love to try new restaurants and try new foods. And you can't lose weight when you're eating 4 and 5 course meals. It's just hard. And so I really, yeah, I gotta, y'all help me. But Keisha told me about the lady that does water aerobics. I am going to check her out. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to invite some ladies over, and maybe we'll have an exercise day or two a week in my swimming pool. The swimming pool I cannot swim in. I don't know how to swim. But they say you don't need to know how to swim to do water aerobics. So there you have it. Hey, Jay, Christina Jackson, potato crowns. What's potato? Oh, is that what it is? Potato crowns? I don't know. I don't know, but it was so good. And I am stuffed. And then they brought us all of these little desserts, and I had those, and I tried to have some coffee, you know, thinking that something warm would take away a few of the calories. But anyway, it was good. So let's talk about what's going on this week. What's been happening?
Dr.
First
Linda,
thing
I
I
got
think about,
somebody to bring in.
huh? Say that
I
again,
got
Freddie.
somebody to I got somebody to add.
Oh, Freddie's adding somebody. Okay. Hey,
Hey, hey,
what's
hey.
going on? What's going on? Where
What's
are you?
going
Y'all
on?
know that. Y'all know that's my compadre. Where are you?
So I am at Olivet Fellowship, and Sierra Ward Pope has a concert tonight, and I'm singing.
You know,
Um,
you such a church kid. You're such a church boy.
I am. I am.
You just go from one service to the next.
Listen, I was at my couch today though after, but
You
it
know,
was a artist.
Bishop said you brought in the overflow this morning in our worship from the Maverick City tour.
You know, I cannot argue with that. I cannot argue with that.
And you thought it was amazing. I hate I missed it. Did you? I've heard such rave reviews.
It was phenomenal. I mean, really to see like people of all different races and
Wow.
in the FedEx Forum in Memphis,
Wow.
Tennessee, which is
Wow.
usually filled because of the Grizzlies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I tell you the whole room was like up on their feet the whole time, you
So
know.
how many of you that's chatting with us this afternoon, how many of you went to the concert as well, the Maverick City tour? That was with Kirk Franklin. Who else?
Kirk Franklin, Jonathan McReynolds, there's a group called House Fires.
Uh-huh.
Um, let's see, Isaac Curry was there, Anthony Evans was there. Um, yeah, it was really, really
And it
good.
was 4 hours.
4 hours. Somebody told me today it was knocking on five. Like four and a half.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So I've heard rave reviews. I
Mm-hmm.
really have. People who said that they loved the worship, all that. Now I've heard a few others that
Mm-hmm.
talked about, not that attended, but when they talked about the Maverick City
Mm-hmm.
group or whatever, that they put them to sleep. Now that's just what I heard. I don't know.
And now what I have to say about it is I think it was a great mixture. We needed Kirk Franklin and Maverick City
Okay.
because Maverick City they sing these like repetitive affirmations about like
Okay.
God. And so that really can get old if you're
Okay.
sitting there and it's just repetitive. But Kirk Franklin, of course, has songs with like lyrics and
Right. Right.
kind of beats and all of that kind of
Because
stuff.
I heard some folks say, "Give me some Shirley Caesar, some John P. Key." That
And we're getting that next week, right? We're getting
Ooh,
that.
I can't wait. I'm going to that. I'm
I'm
going to that.
you know I'm gonna be right there,
I
right?
know. I know. We're going together.
And my
So
grandma turned 70, so I got her a
really,
ticket to.
oh, that's so sweet. So how many of you who are chatting with us, did any of you go to the Maverick City tour? Or maybe if you're not in Memphis, you've caught them in another city. So let
Mm-hmm.
me know
I got
about
somebody.
that.
I got somebody with me who came. I'm gonna say let him say hello to the camera.
Okay.
Somebody really love, Pastor Linda.
Who is that? Hey, Julian, how you doing?
Hey,
Good. I saw you on Facebook earlier. Said somebody. Where were you at today? You were at some church.
Faith
Said,
Ooh,
really?
we had a time. We had a time.
Awesome. Well, you got to bring some of that over to New Life as well.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
let me just say hey to Cassandra Moore, and Nesta. Hey, Nesta. Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Listen. So wait a minute. We got to talk about this. Y'all know this week, not Kirk Franklin. Oh, I'm getting ready to start something. Don't strike that from the minutes because I didn't mean that. R. Kelly got 30 years in prison. I'm just want to know what the chit chatters are thinking about that. Was that fair? That he got 30 years? Or do you think that was a accurate sentence? I've heard some people say, well, what about the parents? Because the parents were complicit in letting their girls go with him. So I'm wanting to know what y'all thought about that. Chit chatters, let me know. What do y'all think about R. Kelly getting 30 years? And here's another question. Do you continue to listen to his music after knowing the things that happened? Do you still listen? What do you think? This is not a wrong or right. I'm just wanting to chat with you to see what you're thinking.
Then he temperatures rising. Is that
Hmm?
him? Is his song? What's the temperatures rising? Is that him?
I don't know. I know R. Kelly is what's that? Step in the name of love.
Is that him, Freddie?
Step in the name of what is it? Step
I
in the
know
name of
Step in the Name of Love.
and coming out the closet. I remember that one.
Somebody said, I saw somebody online say, okay, yeah, Freddie said this. Somebody said it sounds like R. Kelly should have been listening to his mind instead of his body. When his mind, my mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
And Christina Jackson says that's just in New York. He still got Illinois charges, she believes.
Ooh,
Or he believes. I'm
here's
sorry.
She
believes. I'm sorry. Hey, Sharetta.
So he needs to be punished. In every state, wherever that violation. Because when you start talking about what happens to those little girls, and even young women, let me say, where there is not, what is it? There's not peership, if you will, and that's the term for it. You have to tell me the term for it. They're at different levels. He took
there's an imbalance of power. So even when you're talking about therapy, if you talk about somebody that takes advantage of you, what you can say, well, we're both adults, but there's an inequity of power. The person has the power in the relationship, so has the responsibility of ethically doing the right thing. So even for the girls who you can say, well, they were old enough to know what they were doing, he had a responsibility because of his power in the relationship. And so hey, Brown Sugar, Iris says that his music makes you dance and has the tendency to make you feel good on the dance floor. I agree. I like his music. Music lives on.
Yeah.
That's a gift, a talent. The person has to answer for their actions.
Right. And Lisa Claiborne said, in her opinion, he is a predator and has been doing that for so many years. Yes, it is fair that he got the sentence. Hello, Victoria Brown and Brown. Who is Brown Sugar Doll?
I don't know, but hey, Brown Sugar Doll.
Let me see if I can click on this picture.
It's Creosha from our episode last week.
Oh, hey,
Creosha. I didn't know that was your handle, girl, from our episode last week.
Keosha's married, isn't she?
You are always looking. You just
stay focused.
Stay focused. Simmer down.
Why try to answer my question?
Yeah, she's married.
Okay, that's all I want is.
But I do believe that he should, pay the cost for his crime. But now shouldn't everybody else too? Because now we got some other people up in that, that's been in that White House. They should be paying too. But that's another subject.
Now
I
here,
think we should get people across the board.
now can I ask this question?
Uh-huh.
Why does a man have to bring McDonald's for all the children, even if the children ain't his?
Okay, but did we find out that that was not something that was real? She did that for the sake of, the hype and getting people to follow her.
But it's a good little
It's a thing.
it's a thing. Cause listen,
And
I have godchildren, and I have like one godchild, and it's two other children where I'm not the god dad.
okay.
So what do you have to now when you go and take your one on a shopping spree? Do you have to take all of them? When I go,
No, I think there are levels to that. If you know you're taking food to a child that's in the midst of children, I think that you got to consider that. Now, if you can't afford that, I think that needs to be talked over with that adult that's with those children. But I do think there are levels. Now, shopping spree is different. But it would be hard for me to give food to one child and other children are standing around. See, I've been in a blended family. I've been, where all of us didn't have the same fathers. And while my dad was very good to me, I know what it's like to look in the eyes of my siblings and they're not getting the same thing.
mm-hmm.
It may not have been food because my dad adopted them and all that. But I'm saying I know what that looks like. So I think that is a case by case situation, levels to it.
Now McDonald's.
Yeah, blended. Huh?
McDonald's
What you
high.
say?
They don't have a dollar menu no more.
They don't?
No.
Well, think
Everything
of
is.
pizza. Think of something that can be shared. Think of something that can be shared.
Ooh, that's a lot of work for me.
It's no easy answer. It's no easy answer. What do y'all think? Should he, if this was a real situation, if the baby's dad is bringing over food, McDonald's, should he bring it for the other three? Right?
Sharetta, she believes the same as you. If you're getting something for one, you need to get one for all. I really do agree with that. Like
especially if it's food. It's food now. So you just got to think, if I can't do McDonald's, I'm going to buy a package of wieners and do hot dogs for everybody. Because kids are just kids. They don't know. And they see one person eating, they want to eat too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we got to think that through. But you get that when you got different baby daddies, mm-hmm. and managing that. I don't think people think about how complicated those things can get. Mm-hmm. But as I said, I grew up in that same kind of situation. So I know how children can look. It's nothing like seeing a kid long-faced, as we used to say, because they see one other kid being showered with whether they're gifts or what have you. What about he could have just taken that child to McDonald's and brought them back?
Well, Lisa Claiborne, would she take food to all his kids?
Now you got a point, girl. You got a point. So let me go back and say on something. It was on the R. Kelly thing I wanted to say on the music. So are we still listening to R. Kelly's music? Are we still dancing his music? I just want to be politically correct. Can I still dance to his music? Y'all not going to. Are we canceling him, canceling the music, or are we just canceling him?
I can't cancel his music.
I mean, I'm just asking. We got this cancel culture. People will cancel you.
Sharetta said, yes, we canceling his music.
We canceling his music? Okay. I think that one through. Okay. Okay. Have we let Will Smith back in? Because, some folk are feeling some kind of way that Jim Carrey has come out against Will Smith so strongly. Jim Carrey is talking about he needs to give the Oscar back and all of that. So now we're feeling some kind of way now, because we can talk about our own, but don't you talk about us.
Now, Will is never going to be
back in.
Will is in. Will is going to be in. Yeah.
Okay. I just got to keep up with who's in and who's out.
Will is in, but Sharetta said everybody saying they still listen to the music. Sonetta Alexander saying hello to you.
Hey girl, hey sis. So Sonetta, is R. Kelly music out? Are we still listening to his music? We just canceling him, and is Will Smith back in? Courtney says Will was never out.
Yeah, I'm not putting Will out. I'm not.
I'm
Who
not either.
needs to be out is Jada.
Right. Well, Jaden needs some therapy. Jaden needs to be healed, delivered, and set free.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this to Jada. Look, we're gonna get her out and then send her to therapy. Because she did all that at one time.
Wait a minute. Uh, Lisa says she loves Will's sexy self. So I guess since he's sexy, that keeps him in.
So Netta said listening to R. Kelly and watching Will.
Okay. All right. You know, we love our people. We love them even when they go to jail, when they go to prison. We got to let them go to prison. Y'all got some kinfolk in prison. So do I. And we still love them. But, you know, they just got to pay for the crime they committed. All right. When he gets out, I wonder how old will he be when he gets out? In 30 years. That's a long time.
I don't know if he gonna make it.
I don't know either. I don't know. But you know what? He may get in there and be, you know, there's celebrities in prison. I'm talking about they get celebrity status. You know, he'll be in there performing and doing good deeds and all of that kind of stuff. He gonna have a prison ministry right now for the next 30 years.
What's that? You saved me, gave me a second chance.
But now Sonetta says that they do need to charge the parents, but that's another story. And yeah, but how do we do that? How do we figure it out? Because Sonetta, I know one situation a little intimately, and these particular parents of this particular situation, they were trying to get their daughter, but she wouldn't come back, and that was the whole thing, that he was letting them live with him, and there were some parents, not all parents, that were trying to, you know, fight him, but he had power and money where those girls were concerned.
I say, like those situations where you're talking about where you know the people, they were trying to get their daughters out. Totally understand that. But I think we need to track some money down. We need to trace it. And if there was any money involved in exchange with those parents or anybody else, then they participated. Just track the paper trail, the money trail.
Right. You know, and we got to say, you know, that was the thing what happened with Michael Jackson. I mean, you ought to, if you all have not seen, go back and watch the whole documentary on him and leaving Neverland or whatever it was. Watch that, because it was amazing how those parents turned their children over to him. I mean, meeting him in one weekend, one set of parents left their son with him at his house while they went on up the coast to vacation, just because he asked them, could their son stay?
Ain't that something?
And that's where the whole, you know, indictment of molestation started. So yeah, you know, parents are complicit. That's real. That's real.
So what I got to do is I got to drop off. They started the program now. I know Danny McGee Barlow is going to be on the show tonight. I don't know if you've already talked.
She is.
But
she is.
Oh, I'm going to drop off.
Okay, and I'm going to tell y'all about. So our episode this evening. Thank you, Courtney. Our episode this evening is with Danny McGee Barlow. Her husband was a pastor in Memphis, and he passed away. And she's going to retell that story, where, in her own words, everybody's heard about the different versions. She's going to tell how it was for her, leaving her a young widow, a young mother, had just had another baby. And so she's going to tell all about that. And it is really, really moving. And I just appreciate her courage to share her story. And we're just, you know, then catching up with where she is now, and even about dating again. So it's going to be a great story. Before I get off this chat, I just want to thank all of our sponsors. We had Girl Boss this past week, and it was phenomenal. And I couldn't have done it by myself. I had sponsors like a Victoria Brown, Keisha Gilliam, Kyra Mitchell, so many that contributed to sponsor those girls, and not just the girls, but sponsored all of the expenses that we had of trying to feed them 2 or 3 times. And let me tell you, they could eat too. All of our help, Kanisha, Vince, I have to say Vince's wife, and Kanisha Thomas's wife, of course, our crew Freddie, couldn't have made it without her. She was there every day, all day. Shauna, so many. And it was great because really now that's not my lane, but I recognize that as I pour into adults, if I can reach back and get some of these girls at this age, maybe they won't stumble and fall into some of the pitfalls that we fall into as women, as we age, with self-esteem issues and all kinds of stuff, of knowing, wanting them to be empowered to know who they are now, so that when they get to the boardroom, when they get invited to the table, they will have the courage and the stamina and the confidence to be a girl boss. And that's what it was all about. So I wanted to thank you so much, all of you, and thank you each of you who come on every week and support me in my chit chats and in watching my episodes. I'm just living my best life. I love having interesting conversations with people, and I get a chance to share those interesting conversations with you now, and you get a chance to hear what I hear. I love it. I love what I'm doing. And that's why I do it, no matter where I am in the country. And right now I'm in Los Angeles, but I wanted to make sure that I connected with you to get you on board to watch the episode this evening. And I'm loving the fact that we are interviewing some powerful women this season, entrepreneurs who are just taking the bull by the horns and making things happen. Women who are able to quit their 9 to 5s because they've gone into business for themselves. They're making 6 figures and rocking it, with courage. And I love it. I love it. So I get a chance to share that with you. So I want you to get ready now. Get your popcorn, get your sodas, your tea, or what have you, and join me for the conversation that I'll be having with Danny McGee Barlow. We haven't seen the last of her. I believe God is going to do some amazing things with her life, even through the pain and trauma of losing her husband early in the marriage and early in her life. So I look forward to sharing with you all. Y'all have a blessed week. I'll be back in town Tuesday if these pilots don't start striking more and cause me to be in the same predicament I was in a couple of weeks ago. I hope to get home and get home on time. All right. God bless you. Y'all have a good week.